Welcome back to my F1 25 My Team career mode. The only career mode on YouTube where the upload schedule rivals the speed of the car. Some may call it laziness, but I just consider it immersive. Today we'll be travelling to Bahrain after some not great results, but this race was recorded after I'd played the game a bit, so hopefully you'll see a dramatic increase in my ability and competence and lack of being shit. I know that's a very subjective thing, but going into this, just remember, I'm yet to finish a race on the lead lap, and I've only finished one race. Absolutely nothing eventful happened in practice, and that includes me not spinning, so it was actually a fairly successful practice session. So we're going to join in qualifying, coming into the final corner now for my banker lap time. So far it's been an okay lap. I mean, it's better than usual. For the first time ever though, I was extremely optimistic that I could get through to Q2, because on the exit of turn number 1 on my last lap in qualifying, if you watch the delta, my delta's actually going up or down. I'm not sure which way around it's meant to go, but it's green. My delta's green for once. And the same thing happened out of turn number 8 to the point where heading down towards turn number 9 and 10, I was 7 tenths ahead of my PB. And by Caterham standards at least, this phenomenal lap continues. At the final corner, we've got a little bit of slipstream off Bortoleto. No, we don't, it's coming to the pit, but we're going to be 9 tenths clear as we cross the line for our final qualifying lap. Where does that put us for the Grand Prix? We're P11, we've made it through to Q2. If that doesn't show you that at this point I'd actually played the game, I don't know what will. Just ignore the first 3 races of this series. Let's face it, this took so long to come out, you've probably forgotten them anyway. So with my ego through the fucking roof, what can we do in Q2? We're currently 6 tenths up. We're currently P15, somehow ahead of Fernando Alonso, somehow only 1 place behind Oscar Piastri, crossing the line. Where are we starting for the Bahrain Grand Prix? Have we made it through to Q3? Somehow, yes. What the fuck? Q3 wasn't nearly as crazy. We only do 1 lap, and you know what? It's 1 place better than I was expecting. We go P9. That was definitely an interesting qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We're going to be starting P9 for the race. I would say we're in a good position for Caterham's first ever points in F1. But let's be serious here. We know who's driving. We decided to start on the hard tyres, honestly. I don't really know why, but we've made our decision now. We've got to live with it. Lights out, and away we go. We've got Snowden next to us. Obviously, it's going to be a poor start on these tyres. We're being immediately swamped by everyone off the start. We've got a bit of an open space to break into the first corner. We go into the back of Hamilton, somehow avoid front wing damage. We do get a warning for hitting him. Then we get a track limits violation 3 corners in. So it's not been the best of starts. Antonelli has got us off the line. He's on the soft tyres. We've got 2 more drivers on the soft tyres directly behind us who are obviously going to be a lot quicker in this opening stage. I'll be honest, we're almost losing the car on the exit at turn number 4. It's not been a good start. We have held on to a top 10 place, but the way things are shaping out, it doesn't look too promising. All we can hold on to is we've not got damage, despite our best efforts, and we've not spun, despite our best efforts. I merely wasn't too concerned about Stroll and Sainz because they had obviously committed to a 2-stop. God, I hope so. But that doesn't mean I was just going to let them by when they try and overtake me. Stroll was able to pull alongside me into turn number 1. We have the outside line, and Stroll just doesn't really want anything to do with it. Stroll showing as much care and determination for the sport as I'd honestly come to expect from him. And with the drivers battling ahead of us, we were actually able to just about get DRS on Liam Lawson. Not that it looks like it's having any effect whatsoever, as Sainz just cruises past me, and he seems a bit indecisive whether to actually take the move from me, but the Williams gets past me. We drop down to P11. He's on the soft tyres. I'm expecting this race will come to me during the pit stops. Hopefully. The only issue was Piastri was on an absolute charge and had already got past Stroll and almost dives me and takes me out into turn number 1. So we're kind of guaranteed net P12 currently. which obviously isn't good. Nearing the end of lap number 3, we were still ahead of Piastri, but we were quite a bit away from sight, so we definitely will not be getting DRS. Yes, we will, because Piastri has already driven past me on the exit of the penultimate corner. So we're going to get DRS and slipstream. Hopefully Piastri can be the one to tow us along. Coming on to lap number 4 now, I imagine the soft tyres will be dying, hopefully, very soon. We're actually going to come back a Piastri down the straight and pass him into turn number 1. Or at least try and pass him into turn number 1 until we have to put the power down again. And with the Renault power unit, the Mercedes power unit is quite comfortably pulling away from us. We're going to have DRS again, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Obviously it's not looking great, but all things considered, I was a lot closer to the top 10 at this stage than I was expecting. I genuinely thought this was going well. On to lap number 5, and it's good to see that Lance Stroll's AI is realistic, because Alonso, in the same car, absolutely breezes past me into turn number 1. We managed to get him under braking side by side through the traction zone. It was looking promising that we could hold on to position until I kicked the back end out, and obviously at a corner like that, it's not the best thing to do in that scenario. The good news is Lance Stroll is next, so we won't be losing any more positions. Unless of course Hulkenberg gets past him, which is entirely likely. I tried using all my battery to just get the DRS on Alonso to tow me along as we come on to lap number 6. Unfortunately I missed out, but you can see even with DRS, Stroll just couldn't actually pass me, and as I said earlier, this is how close I was to ignore that. But this is how close I was to the top 10. Obviously I was being overtaken a lot and it doesn't look good, but pace-wise, it was going okay. I was in a good position. I was a little bit concerned on lap number 6, mainly because Max Verstappen ends up retiring from the lead of the race and causing a yellow flag. If it caused a safety car, the soft runners would be laughing and I'd be screwed. But thankfully, as we know, the game's not realistic, so we won't be getting a safety car for a car being stopped out on track. We are going to be under pressure from Stroll, potentially, down the pit straight. You may think I'd be safe because of the yellow flags, but nope, he still has DRS on me. And from my experience, the AI don't really give a shit when it comes to yellow flag overtakes. But because it's Stroll, we're able to defend against him, and we're going to hold on to P12. We're still very close to the top 10. Points, if luck is on our side, points is genuinely possible this race. Okay, maybe a point. I'd like to retract what I just said. So points were arguably out of the question, but we were still on for a very strong result for the team. Again, I was on track for fuck me. God, he's so good. When someone like you just got to applaud it. That's absolutely incredible from Hulkenberg, and I'm performing even better. I'm overtaking the GOAT. God, he's such a fucking good driver. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. All I could think about was the Silverstone 2025 podium, which obviously this Hulkenberg doesn't know about yet. If you don't know, that's Hulkenberg got a podium in Silverstone in 2025. As I've said in the past video, I'll be bringing it up as much as I can. But that's genuinely what was going through my head during this battle. It didn't really help with focus too much, but it was making me happy. Regardless of the penalty, I was just going to race like it didn't exist. To be honest, I just wanted to do well. That's what happens when you've got the GOAT behind you. It's just a lot of pressure, and that's what he does to people. You know, he did it with Stroll, he did it with Hamilton. No one can fight. You can't fight against him. He's just unstoppable. He's absolutely incredible. Oh, I'm running away. Okay. It turns out I didn't feel like fighting Hulkenberg. I immediately rolled over and gave up. So we're going to box for presumably, I guess, a 2-stop now. We're going to put on the medium tyres, and that's committed us to a 2-stop because we're definitely not taking these to the end. We're probably fighting for I'd say P12, maybe P13 with the penalty. We're going to come out just behind Alonso, who obviously was ahead of us, ahead of the pit stops. We're still ahead of Lance Stroll, obviously. To be honest, at no point in this race did I see him as anything even close to a threat. But I guess he's there. He's there. We were racing Hulkenberg. That was the goal of this race. We are racing Hulkenberg. At the end of lap number 12, Gasly has got past Stroll on the soft tyres. I want absolutely nothing to do with him. Not that I really had a choice in the matter, because down the pit straight, he absolutely cruises past me. I know I'm terrible when it comes to tyre wear on this game. I felt pretty confident I'll get Gasly pretty soon. Also, we'd undercut Hulkenberg by 2 seconds. Just like I planned, Gasly wasn't able to get away from me as his tyres very quickly fell off, and he was able to give us a little bit of slipstream and DRS as we come on to lap number 15. It's going to be a reverse of what he did to us, albeit at a little less speed. We're going to go to the outside of turn number 1, and obviously with the worn tyres, he's not going to put up much of a fight. We go back up into P12. Again, ignoring the penalty, Alonso was 3.5 seconds up the road, almost 4 seconds. My race was very much with Hulkenberg and Hulkenberg alone. It was unlikely to be for points, but at this stage in the season, a strong result for the team regardless. On to lap number 18, and we've opened the gap up to Gasly, which means we've opened the gap up to Hulkenberg as well. We've now got a 5-second window to Hulkenberg, which means as it stands, we're going to beat him. I wasn't expecting that position to stand at all. I'm sure the GOAT will easily catch me up eventually when my tyres go away very soon. But thanks to pit stops, we're going to be provisionally in the top 10 once more. But as the race went on, despite the penalty, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me that thought, am I going to get points this race? Obviously we've still got one more stop left to make, but 11 laps to go. We moved back up into P6 thanks to pit stops, and on these medium tyres at least, we actually had pretty decent pace. We come into the pit at the end of the lap for a set of the hard tyres. We are just about 2 seconds behind Lawson, so we've actually made up quite a bit of time on the cars ahead. And we're going to come out the pit directly behind Lawson. If we can stay with him, get him in his DRS, he could tow us along to potentially a P10 finish and away from Hulkenberg. If things go our way this race, this penalty might not actually affect anything. But that does involve me going over half the race without messing up in any way. Let's see how it plays out. Not great. It was definitely the medium tyres. The medium tyres were incredible. It wasn't many laps into my third and final stint. I was really missing those medium tyres because Lawson had quite significantly pulled away from me in record time, and Hulkenberg, who had stayed out an extra lap, he went onto the medium tyres, and he was catching me quite a bit, probably due to the fact that I could not warm these tyres up to save my life. My front tyres, but my front right especially, was being a stubborn bitch. Despite being in the middle of the fucking desert, it would not warm up. By lap 23 I was in trouble. I kind of knew I was losing to Hulkenberg because he had the tyre advantage and the car advantage and the skill advantage and obviously the penalty advantage. But I'm still going to fight him for all it was worth. I mean, if I'm going to lose P12, I might as well lose P14 to Gasly as well, who was very slowly catching. In reality, I just wanted the glory of staying ahead of Hulkenberg. You know, he was the man of the moment, the man of the season. It would just be great to finish ahead of him. Someone check that Ferrari engine, it might be illegal again. Things got even more tense on lap number 24 because Ocon came into the pit for, I don't even know what number stop. I don't know why he pit this late. But it means we were fighting for P11, sort of, with Hulkenberg. And I remember distinctly at the time of recording this, I genuinely think I just forgot I had a penalty because I was really thinking, one more car and I'm in the points. I genuinely had that mentality. Unfortunately though, this delusion that I was on for points would be my undoing because Hulkenberg has obviously beaten me. I'm not going to catch him now. And in the heat of the moment to try and catch him, I light up the tyres on the exit of turn number 10, lose it into the wall, break my wing, And then Lance Stroll, the person who, to be honest, I have been insulted him this entire race. I merely wasn't too concerned about Stroll showing as much care and determination for the sport as I'd honestly come to expect from him. At no point in this race did I see him as anything even close to a threat. Clearly heard me and takes me out. And if you think I'm just blaming Stroll for the sake of it, he literally aims for me. I mean, I was parked across the entire track, but it's not like he attempted to slow down at all. So despite it looking good for a majority of that race, again, it's going to be another DNF for the Caterham team. And this one really hurt, because it could have been an easy finish. And had I not been, for some reason, thinking about points, I could have got a comfortable P12, if not a P13. A mix of not wanting to lose the Hulkenberg and just the worn tyres that I genuinely cannot drive on this game. And it means we're going to end another video with disappointment and, again, no need to look at the standings. But on a positive note, next race we're in Saudi Arabia, a track that I genuinely love. And if we're going to score points anywhere, it's got to be there. But before I go, what the actual fuck